Hello, universe. Welcome to Off the Rails with Tom and Mark.
Derek says congrats on the award.
Hey, thanks, Derek. Welcome back, universe, to Off the Rails with Tom and Mark, episode 104, our 104th episode. I'm going to start saying hundreds so we don't get confused with the seasons.
Okay. Coming to you live on Facebook at the Coldwell Banker Homesale Realty Studio here in always beautiful, it's going to rain tonight, Grafton, Wisconsin.
All right, and we are here with the Hobbit himself, comic Nate Ford. Nate, thanks for stopping in today.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure talking to you fine folks in Grafton.
Yep, it's just going to be the three of us pretty much. We had Ben Manthe on, Bulletproof Ben. He's got a great story. He is one of Terry's wrestling buddies. He went to Afghanistan. He actually got shot in the face, recovered, came back. They featured him. Tim McGraw gave him a house. He's back into wrestling. He's got his own ring. His family's like traveling around. They're doing a documentary on him called Still Here. I used to live with him, but last week he's still a madman. He broke his leg in the ring.
Oh no.
He dove out of the ring off the top rope onto a table, and the table didn't break, and he shattered his tibia. So right below the knee, he sent me the x-rays, and the best way to describe what it looked like was, you know when Bugs Bunny puts the finger in Elmer Fudd's gun? And the gun. Yeah, he showed me the before, and then just screws and plates and everything. So we're going to have Ben on soon. Get well soon, Ben. But
for now, you're going to settle with the guy who tells dick jokes in Boise, Idaho.
Definitely. Definitely. And this weekend, we're also moving, so let's talk about Coldwell Banker real quick. If you're looking to buy or sell a home or interested in a career in real estate, email Roy at cvhsr.com, or give him a call, 414-235-0763. They'd love to be your go-to for all your real estate needs, and they have been our go-to. Yeah. And they've been wonderful. I don't even know if we're getting the royal treatment because I've talked to Roy about 5 times and he's never brought it up. We're buying a house.
Well, he deals with people who buy houses every day. So you're not special.
I've found that out, but we're getting
you're another person. He's knocking it out of the park for you, and then he moves on and he knocks it out of the park for the next person. So everyone gets that superstar treatment,
the special treatment. So it's going to be great. This week, we're talking with the Hobbit himself, the super funny Nate Ford. We have we have a Japanese Ronald Mcdonald. I'll tell you what sad fishing is. Nigel is dying. Schools are banning Halloween. Oregon doctor sues for overuse of his sperm donation. Another man sues Apple for his iPhone turning him gay. Sex positions.
I don't think it was the phone, sir.
Yeah. Sex positions and calories burned. SNL bombing hard. And finally, we decide if we are getting an Alexa or not. But first, we got the hot seat. Nate, you can't hear this on your end. Sorry.
It's very metal.
Just give me a cue when it's over.
In about 2 hours.
All right.
Still going.
We got to work out so the Skype can hear the hot seat tune. All right, Nate, you're on the hot seat. You haven't been on the hot seat in a while.
Been a while.
Something
the last time I...
It's a hot seat, dude. Shut up.
Okay.
It's been too long. You don't know the rules.
No.
Something
All right,
about...
Tom, continue.
As you were, sir. As you were.
Okay. Something
Seriously,
about...
Tom, go ahead.
I'm going to play the song again. Something about your youthful body that you took for granted while you were younger.
Getting up from the toilet seat.
Getting up from the toilet seat.
Yes. Now you like spring it back every once in a while. Hang up from it.
I miss all my old shirts that don't fit anymore.
Oh, dad bod hit you?
Yeah. I'm a large now. I used to be a medium.
Okay. I miss just being able to rip farts without worrying about the
Fallout.
the aftermath.
Yeah, now you can't blame the dog anymore.
No, like, oh man, you crap your pants a lot more when you get older.
Yeah.
You hit a good zone. You crap your pants as a baby, you slow down, and then at about 30, it starts picking up again.
Yeah, you've entered the shark zone.
Yeah.
You start with diapers, you end life in diapers. It's
how
a
it
circle
is.
of life.
Damn, I'm halfway past. I'm coming around on the on the other end now. I'm out of the dark side of the moon. What would your dream bathroom look like?
Oh man, like those fancy hotel bathrooms with like the telephone in it, but it would also have a TV and maybe a fridge nearby, and I would never leave.
You want a slot machine? I think mine would have a slot machine.
I went to a hotel where the shower stall was bigger than my whole bathroom at home.
Wow.
So I'd like that.
Yeah.
Roy said he has a walk-in shower with 5 different heads. He just walks in and it sprays him from every angle.
direction?
Yeah.
Even from downstairs?
I've never been in Roy's shower, but Roy, if you want to invite me over.
Maybe a vending machine that just pops out free stuff.
It's your house, dude. You don't have to. It's your dream bathroom. You're still paying for stuff.
Well, he wants someone else to stock it.
Yeah. I mean, I want other people to use my bathroom and then pay for it, not get it for free. You know.
Your dream bathroom is public. This is your wildest dreams, dude. You have a public bathroom and you have to pay for stuff.
Nice rasp on the key so he doesn't lose the key.
You gotta dream bigger, buddy.
It's a co-ed bathroom too, you know? Yeah.
If you could add a single option to your car, what would it be?
Right now I would get a sunroof. Yeah, sunroof? I don't have that.
You don't want to add your dream bathroom and just make it mobile?
That's a given. Okay. So that will be mobile. Maybe my car could fly. That'll be it. Yeah.
Ooh, flight option.
Like a flight option.
Okay.
A floating flight option.
I don't know what I would add. I have cruise control, and I already use that way too much.
You don't want something like a red turtle shell from Mario Kart? Just get rid of the guy in front of you?
Nah, it'd be too tempting to use it.
Maybe a self-cleaning car?
Ooh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Ooh, could all the floors be vents that just open and all the crap just falls out onto the street and the vents close and now my car's clean?
Yes.
All right. You get a house with someone, Nate. What's one thing you can bring that you would not allow a veto to? We have this going on in our house.
My big poster of Donnie Bottaducci.
Mine's a big poster too. That Molly's trying to veto.
What's your poster?
I have a giant 4-foot by 8-foot Wendell, the High Life guy, like pointing.
Yeah. He's doing this, and every once in a while, I will catch him out of the corner of my eye, like when the lights are off, and he scares the shit out of me.
Molly doesn't want me to bring my Wendell poster. It's 4 foot by 8 foot.
It covers the entire wall.
Molly, here's the trick: you have to find something so veto-worthy to bring to the table that you can compromise down.
Sack.
No,
to get rid of both.
Why do you hate my love sack?
Love sack?
It's this giant
beanbag,
but it's like a really comfy, fancy $500 beanbag.
It's
okay.
Not,
I've seen those at
That's
like
about
Costco.
the size of my Wendell poster, and it ruins a Friday night. As soon as she gets home, she's out like a light.
Yeah. Dude, you're getting up there. Do you know what happens when Susan comes home from work?
I don't want to know.
PJs go on, and she wants to retire to the bedroom and just watch TV in bed for the rest of the night. That is life now.
No way.
Yeah, we're the nightlife is gone. That ship has sailed.
Come on.
I told him that Wendell can go in the basement. There's a perfect wall for him.
Molly, that's a
but he wants everybody to see it.
Racist, Molly.
Yeah, Wendell died.
Just because he's
black
creepy.
man in the basement?
Yeah.
He's creepy.
He's great. All right. Least favorite mode of transportation?
Camel.
Greyhound.
Greyhound bus? I think buses too. City buses.
Especially like in a city like this, Boise, where they run every hour and a half. we don't have a good transportation system here in Boise.
So if you miss the bus, you might as well just your day's over.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, here's a transportation question for you. How cold is too cold to ride a motorcycle?
When when your like snot freezes to your upper lip.
Yeah,
I think that's when you should call it quits.
It was like 50 degrees and drizzling yesterday, and there were like 5 people on motorcycles driving through downtown Cedarburg, and I'm like, people, it's too fucking cold.
Nate, how long do you go before washing your jeans?
2 weeks.
Between the purchase of jeans.
Yeah.
You can probably get away with that. Dish you cook or bake the best?
Macaroni and cheese.
Do you just do it out of the box, or do you have a mac and cheese recipe?
What's your favorite brand?
That'll be Kraft.
Ooh, we got a Kraft guy.
Yeah. Patriots. There you go. You're welcome.
But I also like to make some chicken with broccoli. That's pretty good.
Okay.
You got me interested in that first part.
Yeah. So you put that vile weed in there.
I like to put tuna fish in my macaroni and cheese. I'm weird like that.
I usually put some
weird.
veggies in there. I cut up a tomato and like peas or something, and I'll add that to my mac and cheese.
Okay. This one was from last week, but I really liked it. What's the strangest punishment from your parents?
Ooh.
I had one last week, but I thought of another punishment while Nate thinks here. My dad used to throw his lighter at me, but the worst part wasn't like the lighter that I had to dodge. It was he always yelled at me to bring it back to him. So I had to reload my enemy.
I need 2 questions here.
Okay.
One was roughly the age of you when he first threw the lighter, and when did he most recently throw the lighter?
He was he didn't throw it as much. It was mostly like he's raising his hand and I had to get out of the
it was
room.
like don't make me get the belt
But
scenario.
he did keep me in check and throw the lighter.
Well, you have to. I've got a 2-year-old. You have to deliver every now and then on your threats, or they're going to realize you are a paper tiger.
Yes.
So sometimes
He did deliver, but it was that psychological of throwing it back to him. Yeah. You're psych.
My mom never really punished us. I had my mouth washed out with soap once for swearing. But when she got really mad one time in her lives when me and my sister were playing around and we spilled paint. They were painting our rooms, and we spilled paint on the new carpet.
Ooh.
And she got probably the most upset I've ever seen her, and she knocked our heads together.
You are lucky to have survived that, sir.
Yeah. So that's
Wow.
I think she swore. I think she yelled out to us and like with explicitives, and it was first time I ever saw her swear or heard her swear.
My mom was pissed. We fucked up the carpet, but it was me and my dad, so it was a good thing. My dad and I was hitting the age of about 12 and 13 where you're starting to get as strong as your dad. So we arm wrestled on the coffee table, and we smashed the coffee table. And my mom was so pissed off that he's like, I'll fix it. And he flipped it over, and he threw a bunch of Elmer's glue, to put the legs in.
Was it glass? What kind of coffee
table? It was a wooden coffee table.
Okay.
But then the next day, the coffee table is glued to the carpet from leaking through. So we got this broken coffee table glued to the carpet upside down.
Nice.
My mom was not thrilled with him because it was him. I'm so glad
it was all Dad.
It was all Dad. He tried to fix the table on the carpet.
I missed a comment earlier. Derek Rilford said, if you take a Greyhound for longer than 24 hours, you unlock an achievement.
All right.
How far can you get in a Greyhound in 24 hours?
I don't know how much they stop, or do they go the whole time?
How long did it take to get to home from Milwaukee in a Greyhound?
2.5 days.
These things aren't moving very fast at all.
Yeah. No,
I figured I could get to New Mexico in 2 days. How a Greyhound can probably go way faster. No,
well, they have a bunch of stops, and then sometimes they have a layover. It could be anywhere from an hour layover to 3 hours to overnight.
Damn. Can you at least sleep on the bus?
It depends on if I get the seat to myself, the section to myself. I can sleep right away. But if I have somebody sitting next to me, no.
Okay.
That's because you're a comic and you have an audience now.
A captive
Yeah.
audience.
Captain, they can't get away from
I'm
my new
working-
material.
Yeah. We're workshopping this puppy.
Whose job is it to put the toilet seat down? The man's, or the correct answer, the person who is about to use it? We have this. And it's not Molly that yells at me. It's my mom.
I always put it down. I don't know why. Just maybe I was raised that way, but I always put it down.
I prefer to sit.
But if it's up, do you put it down and yell at the last guy that was in there?
No, I just put it down and go.
There you go.
But I never put it up.
You always relax?
Yeah. Take a load off, man. I am standing on my feet all day, every day. This is a respite, and I am going to
You're
take
a
it.
stay-at-home
Why?
dad.
Okay. What do they say in the army? Why stand when you can sit? Why sit when you can sleep?
Okay.
There you go. Why stand when you can
You're a
sit?
stay-at-home dad. How hard is it sitting there changing DVDs every once in a while?
Chasing her around. She wants to go for a walk because she's sick of being in the house all day.
Have you not watched that Michael Keaton movie, Mr. Mommy or whatever?
I haven't seen Mr. Mom in a decade or two, but I am living it, sir.
Yeah,
All right.
it's a crazy lifestyle.
I am a trophy husband, and I stay at home with the kids all day.
Well, guess what you're doing next Saturday? Nate, you got
Hauling
something going on.
chairs.
Yes, October 12th, Off the Rails Comedy Night at the Arts Mill, benefiting the North Shore Academy of the Arts.
Very cool.
Excuse me, Universe. We are going to have the Teddy Bear of Comedy, James Irvin Berry, featuring Brennan O'Day and special guest Dana Ehrman. How funny are those guys, Nate?
They are extremely funny, and you should be lucky to get a ticket. So go get your tickets now. Get them now. Seriously. I mean, you do not want to miss that show.
I think we may have a few
And
VIP tickets still available.
We got a few. General admissions, $20. VIP for table seating with a free drink and pizzas by John's Pizza. John's Pizza up the road. They are always busy. I can't believe they're going to take a Saturday night to make us pizza for our VIP guest. Our sponsors include the 024 is serving up the drinks at the Arts Mill. Sahale,
The
Sahala.
The 024 tap room.
Sahala Ale Works
Which is
is
a
going to be
very-
on tap.
Which
Very
is a
brand
really
new.
cool bar in Grafton
It's
where
a-
they have a really fun outdoor seating area. It's really cool.
It's not just a bar; it's a brewery. They make their own.
It's a brewery.
It's
We're
really
going to
good.
have them on tap. We got the Fermatorium, who has been recently stocking our fridge with some delicious Fermatorium beer.
What I love about the
So good.
Fermentorium, the giant mural of Vigo from Ghostbusters
Vigo,
2.
yes. That's why they're going to be in. We may be bringing up a little something that they may help out with some movie location scene there. So,
Heck yeah.
we're doing something
But for
special
VIP
too, Nate. Yes.
But
VIP.
for VIP, you get a free drink, pizza, and a seat up front
A
With a
table.
table.
to see amazing comics.
Yep.
Why aren't you guys buying those tickets? Why don't you stop watching this live show and go get your tickets now?
Nate, we're doing something even crazier.
What?
If you go donate $1 on Patreon, we are going to give you a half off code and give our half of the profits free. The charity will still get their half of the tickets. We're just giving you our money. Go.
Nice.
We want people to donate to this
So
charity.
$1 automatically saves me $10? $5?
No.
$10.
$10 or $19.
So for $1, you save $9 net gain right there.
Unless you want VIP, we're giving our half there.
Ooh, so you get half price VIP tickets?
Yes. We're giving you a
Nice.
code. Go
That's
do
only
the
$20.
Patreon.
So donate that $1 to Patreon. Also, donate a little bit more. They need a new laptop.
There you go. Go on our Facebook page. Click it. Bam. It's that easy. Go to our Patreon page. Get your special code. Other sponsors. We have Ice Cold of Grafton. I was saying that they were...
Who is that? Oh, that's new to me.
They are a industrial refrigeration company, but they got
Okay.
started and they do a lot of automotive air conditioning. So if
Okay.
you're having any trouble with your air conditioner or you got a hot rod you want to fix up and they don't take Freon and stuff like that.
Yeah, Freon's getting hard to come by now.
They program car computers. They cut keys. They do mainly automotive air
I
conditioning
need a new key.
stuff.
A couple of months ago, I locked Helen in my running car.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had the cops come and basically jack my car. That was a lot of fun.
There you go. Bet you felt like dad of the year there.
Yeah. Well, I lost my second key a long time ago,
Okay.
and we were coming back from the grocery store. I was gonna drop off the groceries and run to my parents' house. So I left Helen in the car, left the car running. I pop out, go around to open up the door to get the groceries. It all must have auto locked. Can't get back in the car.
Oh,
So
All right, we got Digital Edge. They did our posters. They did an amazing job. Super fast too. Even when we came back and said, "Yeah, remember that deal? Can we have a couple more posters?" Yeah, they were right there next day with it. The Arts Mill is giving us the space, so they're awesome. Don't forget the
there isn't.
NSAA.
It is an old mill, but there is an elevator, so we have full accessibility for anyone in a wheelchair. I know how to run that elevator. So
Yeah, we are running it.
I'll give people elevator rides all day long if the tip jar is full.
All right, you want to see Ronald McDonald advertisement in Japan?
I'm sure this is not culturally insensitive at all.
No, it's hilarious. All right, check it out. Hold on. We are going to get to it. There you go. What do you see there, Nate? Nate can't see it. Damn it.
Nate, what we have here is a...
Molly, I need you on my screen.
A man in a European-style swimsuit who's kind of got his thumb in it, holding it down a little to reveal a little hair, a little fur.
But
meanwhile,
that is...
Little happy trail?
It's not hair. It is
French
French
fries.
fries. It's French fries coming out like pubes.
Yeah, because he's otherwise hairless, except for, well, his eyebrows and hair.
Is it really bad
it's
that I
indeed,
want French fries now?
It is indeed Ronald McDonald.
The Happy Trail French fries?
Yeah.
And shirtless.
Nice six-pack on there.
He is built.
You know, I kind of like that logo next to him, too, where they kind of cut the ends of the arches off, so it looks more like a Y. That's nice. I like that.
Or does it look...
See? Sex sells.
There you go.
Cheeseburgers.
Japan's doing it right. Awesome. I got another picture here that you're going to have to describe to Nate.
All right.
Here's a hairdresser being mocked for the braids she did. How's that look there,
Woo!
Mark?
That looks expensive.
What does that look like to you? Molly, I need you to...
Yeah, it's... Yep,
if
I've seen that one.
If I had to get... Oh, I see what you're going for.
Mhm.
You think it looks like a penis.
Yes, it does.
I thought it looked like a Spartan helmet, which arguably is also phallic.
There you go.
Because, you know, it's kind of
It's like an actual man bun that looks like a penis.
So it's the woman from behind.
And it looks like the veins down the shaft.
And she's got the wrap around here, so there's a clear, nice, round top. And then everything else is pleated almost like samurai armor kind of looking thing going down the side.
It's veins.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I still like my exaggerated helmet better, but equally phallic.
No.
So so I know these braids are more popular because of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
The Khaleesi was having more and more elaborate braids every year, but this doesn't look anything like anything she had. So braids seem like
First
a lot
time
of work.
braider.
Yeah. I've never braided. I'm going to be braiding pretty soon, I imagine, on my 2-year-old.
Good luck.
She
Gotta
can't
do
see
it.
how terrible it looks.
Yeah.
You can start with Molly, practice.
Here we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Molly, get over here.
Okay.
I'm going to give you some Princess Leia buns.
Okay. I'm game.
Thanks, Mark. I'm going to tip you $10 for that one.
Until you see they're lopsided.
They're going to get that way anyway. If you come at me with Princess Leia bun, don't think they're leaving straight with those handles. All right. More than 430 Nigels flock to a Worcestershire pub because the name Nigel is dying off.
Okay.
They're celebrating. In 2016, 0 people in the world were named Nigel.
Huh. I could imagine that for sure.
Nigel's not a bad name.
It's just, it's like an old man name.
Old person names are coming back.
Well, it's like
There's
my grandma's
Murray.
name was Ruby.
You know,
There's
Are
two
there any
types of
Rubies?
names you hear when you go to the playground.
When's the last time you
It's-
met a Barb under 50?
It's either the names are
Right.
totally made up and unique and not really names, but just collections of consonants that parents assembled, or it's the name of their great-great-grandma and now it's on their kid. So there's a
Or
lot
Ethel.
there's a lot of old-timey names next to phony, made-up, not real names at the park you hear.
Not around the world anymore.
So I'm critical of people who create new names for their kids because you're just cursing your kid to a lifetime of people mispronouncing and misspelling that shit. Just give them a fucking name.
In 1963, there were over 5,000 Nigels born. In 2016, there was 0 Nigels.
You two
No
gotta
more
get on
Nigels.
this.
Yeah? No more Nigel.
I like Nigel.
And
It's
here's
kind of a fun
Nigel
name.
Night. They have Nigels from all over the world.
Well, we know what you're going to name your kid.
Nigel's not a bad middle
Oh.
name. I could go for that. I think the middle name is your chance. That's your chance to go crazy. All
Yeah.
parents out there who insist on a unique name. That's when you can have fun with it, because the kid, when they get older, they can make that their real name if they choose. Versus
I think somebody
sadly,
should name their kid Nigels Klein.
Nigels. I kind of like that. It's
Nigel
got a nice ring.
Nigels.
Nigel ain't a bad name.
Nigels.
All right. Have you heard, or I know you've seen this, but they finally put a name to it. It's called Sad Fishing Nate.
All right. Sad fishing Nate.
Sad Fishing Nate.
You're being sad.
Sad fishing.
Sad
Aw.
fishing is when people post a bunch of poor me stuff online to get attention.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
like catfishing, but for pity.
Now people are getting called out and bullied for posting the sad shit because it's happening so often.
Yeah. And
Oh.
what people don't realize is no one in the history of humanity has had it better than any American right now.
Mhm.
No matter what, no matter how much you think your life sucks, your life is probably the easiest that any human being has ever had before.
That's not helping them.
Yeah.
You're not helping Nate.
Yeah, but,
or Mark.
But I asked for a venti coffee and they gave me a grande coffee. All right.
I have the
I'm
sum total
sad.
of human knowledge in my pants,
Yeah, you
in my
do.
phone. There is nothing that I cannot find out in like 30 seconds. How could
Yeah, I know.
anyone complain?
They do. And this is... They're worried about it becoming the boy who cried wolf situation, where if you're acting all depressed online to get attention, people will not know when you're seriously depressed,
There
too.
is that too, yeah.
Like, oh, this dude's always posting this and trying to get a rise out of it, but when you're actually having a mental health breakdown...
Or it's like people who are posting, constantly posting pictures of them at parties or at events or whatever, and they're really not even able to enjoy themselves because they're posting so much of it. They're not living in the moment. They're not, when they're at a music concert, they're not enjoying the music. They're taking selfies. It's like,
Yeah.
you're not enjoying yourself. Why are you even bothering to be here?
My favorite is when they post something like, I'm going to end life or whatever, that type of post.
Oh,
And the next post they put is the Ronald McDonald in a Speedo. And it's like, well, make up your mind.
So, just bringing that to everyone's attention. Some of your friends may be sad fishing.
And if you think
Don't give them attention.
if you think your friend is down on the dumps, give him a call.
Right.
Don't tweet
Don't
him.
do the attention publicly.
No, just call them up, say, hey, how you doing, buddy? And if within 30 seconds, you'll know if they're full of shit and if they're just sad fishing.
All right, Nate, I see you wearing a Green Bay Packers jersey there. You want another reason to not like Chicago?
Yes.
You need another one? Chicago School District, many schools here, including Lincoln Elementary School, is banning Halloween.
Why?
Huh.
Is it because it's a religious thing and they don't like Wiccans?
It is a cultural American holiday, and it's being canceled because of religious groups.
Oh, Christians are swooping in and saying nay, nay.
Well, it's not inclusive to everybody, even though it's an
Sure it is.
American. It's an American
Uh,
holiday
How
at
is
an
that not
American
inclusive?
school.
Candy does not discriminate unless if you're allergic to like peanuts.
There you go.
Anyone can wear costumes and have a good time.
Yeah,
and-
there's no like service. And it's not like Christmas where, Christians are supposed to go to church on Christmas morning and shit like that.
yeah.
There's nothing, there's no actual observance involved here.
I've seen people dress up as Jesus and Satan and
Yeah.
other religious figures.
Well, a lot of our immigrants here are speaking up, saying, "Hey, this is a really good opportunity for us to be part of the American culture,
Yeah.
and you're taking it away from us." And they're
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I'm from Bosnia, and I didn't know what Halloween was. We celebrated it; was awesome, and then we're all like Americans doing American shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you want to take that away from the
It's uniquely...
the immigrants are
yeah.
bitching more than
It's not really religious at all.
no.
It's totally lost all connotation. And even if is it Christians who are complaining?
It just says religious groups.
Because they moved the Mexican Day of the Dead to All Hallows Eve to kind of make it more Halloweeny, and that's like a Catholic thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Like,
Mexico is notoriously Catholic, and Day of the Dead is a pre-Columbian holiday, but it kind of got absorbed into the Catholic calendar and turned into All Souls Day. So in a sense, you could argue it is sort of Christian.
Okay.
Like,
I
I'm just like these people are getting all worked up, and as a religious person, I say, you need to calm down.
Yeah. I had
Well, if you go by the Constitution, it's separate church from state,
Well, it's freedom
and
of
school
religion.
is state.
Yeah.
I hate to get all political here,
Oh boy.
but separation of church and state does not appear in the Constitution. That phrase does not exist in any of our legally binding government documents.
There you go.
That's a thing that Jefferson was always pushing for, but that phrase never appears.
We're getting real close on politics
We
and
are.
religion here.
My story, the moral of the story is do whatever the fuck you want.
Stop banning stuff.
Yeah, let people have their Halloween. I think Halloween's kind of dumb, but let people do it.
You ready?
Yeah.
I got a conspiracy. This is a certain TV show music going right now.
X-Files music.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Mark.
Well, Nate can't hear it.
All right. Do you think this is an excuse for these schools to try to cut costs of having Halloween parties?
They have my school never had Halloween parties.
Where the hell did you go to school?
When I was a kid, we had a Halloween parade where everyone walked around the school in their costumes, and that was it. I don't think that cost the school a dime.
We got to wear costumes.
You got to wear a costume.
Yeah.
We had all kinds of
There
parties.
was no party. If anything, the kids would bring in treats, maybe. The school didn't provide jack squat.
We had
so
the cakewalk, man.
I don't see how this costs. You can have a Halloween party that doesn't cost the school a dime.
Dude, we did a cakewalk where everybody baked cakes and stuff, and then you did like musical chairs in your costumes around rooms. And if you landed on the right number that they drew, they gave you like
Really?
cookies or treats or brownies.
That
You got to
sounds
go
awesome.
pick one from the table.
Well, that's discriminatory against kids who can't count.
No, it was like everybody just walked around the room and paraded.
It's-
And on paper plates, they all had a number, and then they drew a number. And if you got it, you got to go pick your
Yeah.
cookies, your cake.
Yeah,
your
it's, a,
treats.
it's a raffle.
It was great.
If you're going to ban Halloween, then you're going to have to ban Valentine's Day. You're going to have to ban Christmas from schools. You're going to have to ban
Ban it all.
to be inclusive for everybody,
Yeah, they should have
It's
class
not
on
including-
December 25th.
and especially get rid of Groundhog's Day in schools. All right, that's just teaching the kids wrong things.
I'm offended by Groundhog's Day.
And get rid of George Washington's birthday. I mean, he's gotten enough. He doesn't need any more fucking attention.
It's on 2 coins.
He's on a dollar bill.
Yeah, dollar bill and
yeah.
a coin, guys.
He gets enough love.
All right. Here's an Oregon doctor who is trying to sue for $5.25 million a sperm clinic because he says, he went on some ancestry stuff and found out that he has at least 17 children.
See, here's the problem. 50 years ago, before we had all this DNA stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you let's say you were one of these sperm donor babies.
Yeah.
There's only through the company, and if the person who donated allowed, would you ever find out
Mhm.
who your father is. But now with all this DNA stuff, you can like this, you can discover all that stuff, which as a man makes me never want to donate sperm ever.
Yeah.
Because it is only a matter of time before the dozen or so kids find me.
Here's where my beef is with this guy. When you
Isn't there a
handed
TV
them
show?
when you handed them the cup and they
Yeah.
handed you $40, that's
Yeah.
the end of the transaction forever. You can't care what we do with this cup.
But is he now on the hook for
No, he's not.
anything?
He's just saying like, well, look, in Oregon, I might have up to 60 kids. Everybody should be careful who they're marrying
Oh
and
yeah,
wedding.
potential incest.
Yes.
People not knowing they're actually
Related.
half brothers or
That's true.
half siblings.
And then like,
That brings up a whole nother. Yeah.
yeah. So he's worried about that. I don't get why he's suing for $5 million, but
No.
Yeah, I don't think he has grounds to sue, but I hate to say it, but going forward, I think you're going to see fewer men volunteering their seed because now there's no more anonymity. So you're just
There's a TV show coming out on NBC or ABC or one of the channels about exactly that, where this gal finds her sisters through from a donation at a
Yeah.
sperm bank, and so it's like a sisterly love or whatever, like,
Oh, I've
and
seen
so they
the
find all
previews.
the brothers and sisters, and they have like a support group or something. I don't know I just saw a commercial for it.
the bond I have with my siblings is because we grew up together. If one of my siblings were adopted, that wouldn't really change anything. So if finding out that I actually have 20 half siblings because
what if you found out Susan was your half sibling?
Well, it's too late.
It is too late.
That ship
now.
has sailed.
They've
so
already got
Yeah.
a
We
chillin'.
would probably lock down not having any more children
Okay.
and then start adopting.
You'd stay together though with your sister.
The deed is done.
The deed is done.
Well, we're married. We're legally bound.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to us, we've already copulated. Nah, fuck it.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, fuck it.
I don't know if I could keep going.
Well, you're not married.
Well, Tom, about that.
Yeah, well, if it turned out Molly and I were brother and sister all of a sudden.
Yeah. Or even just cousin. Let's say, unbeknownst to you, your both of you shared a grandpa who donated or whatever.
Son of a... I don't know, Mal. What do you think?
I mean, the world's big enough that I doubt this is a reoccurring problem. It may happen every now and then.
What if every sperm bank back in the day just used 1 cup of sperm and
that
gave it
could
to
be.
80, 90 people?
There's what, a bazillion seeds?
Yeah, there's like
sperm.
up to
Well-
6 million.
Technically, there was Adam and Eve, so therefore,
Uh-oh.
Oh, Nick.
He's wearing that jersey and brings up religion, dude.
Oh, you're wearing a taboo.
He
Yep.
is wearing a
Aw.
taboo.
Nate, you
It
do
was
have to
a-
take
it
that
was a-
shirt
it was
off. I'm
a-
sorry.
it was an incestual bringing.
The podcast wanted it. I could tell by its eyes.
All right. iPhone user sues Apple after claiming device turned him gay. Mark,
How did it turn him gay?
I'm going to need a Russian accent for this one there, Mark.
Oh, he's Russian?
He is Russian.
Turns out I'm gay, like men.
So he got a cryptocurrency sent to his phone called gay coins, and he got 69 of them.
Oh no, I'm gay now.
He make me offer I no can refuse.
My
So-
dick suddenly very hard.
It's from an app that he downloaded that is giving him coins that he can use for stuff.
He had a cryptocurrency app, and somebody sent him 69 gay coins.
Okay, how does that make him gay?
Someone sent those as like a jest.
Gay men
to him,
could
or-
solicit me all day
Somebody
long.
then
That doesn't
sent-
make me gay.
He
Right.
sent. There was a message with it that said, "Don't judge without trying it." And
Oh.
Razmilov said in his complaint,
Well, now I have to try.
I thought, indeed,
This is legally binding.
how can I judge something without trying it? That's what he said.
Well, how was that?
So
give
did
him
he
grounds
try it
to
and
sue?
liked it?
He now has a steady boyfriend, and he doesn't know how to explain it. See, in
It
Russia,
helped him realize he was gay.
well, in Russia, there's basically a law saying you can attack and go
Yes.
after gay people all you want,
Yes.
and there are no laws that protect gay people.
people
over
think
there.
America is intolerant. Those people need to go to other countries.
And be gay in Russia for a day?
Yeah, or Iran,
So-
or India, or, you know.
So this guy
Yeah.
probably was being like hateful, and that's why this other person sent him the coins with the
Well-
message. That has nothing to do with.
I do speculate that the most...
Well, what if a gay coin is worth like $1 million?
Well, you gotta cash that out now, because that could be really fluctuate.
How much are gay coins worth?
You can be really gay one day and then not gay at all the next.
Drop all of your gay coins on our Patreon page,
But,
Universe.
I
We'll
have
accept
noticed.
them.
I don't know if it's a cliche or whatever, but whenever you find someone who is like fervently anti-gay, you're never surprised when it turns out they're a closet homosexual, and this was just them being self-hating. So this might be an example of he was mad at himself because he was raised to think that it was unacceptable, when really, who gives a shit? And now that he realizes it, he's out.
If it takes "don't knock it till you tried it" to swing you gay,
Right.
that's it.
There has to be a certain amount of open-mindedness.
Like,
All right,
all
this
you
guy's
gotta
got a
do
point.
is say "don't knock it till you tried
I
it."
suppose it's the holy bond of I'll do it if you do it.
But now he's trying to sue
Now he's suing.
because he's
Listen.
mad that he's got a
Listen,
boyfriend and he's
son,
happy.
if your friends go out and suck some dick, are you going to do it too? Yes, Papa.
Well, if the cool kids are doing it.
Well, I can't knock it because I haven't tried it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't think he has any grounds to sue.
No.
However,
Especially Apple.
Congratulations, sir. I'm glad that you are
You're in a
at
steady
peace with
relationship now.
yourself. Yeah.
Well, he says he's not now. Now he says
He's not gay anymore?
No, he has a boyfriend and he doesn't know how to hide it much longer, and
Oh, he should come to
or
America.
explain it to his parents.
America is not the best
Oh.
place to be gay, but it's a great place to be gay. So he should come here and do that here.
probably better to be gay in America.
It's better to be a lot of things in America than in Russia.
Yes, it is. Hey, Nate, you saw the Joker. Let's swing into that. Would you want to... We have not seen the Joker yet.
We
Molly
want
and I
to.
are going on Tuesday.
I highly recommend watching it. It has some twists in the storyline that makes a lot of sense, and it makes the Batman story. It touches briefly on that, and it makes that story a whole lot more sense. And it's a lot of fun. You're on edge the whole time. It's very intense. Like you know things are happening throughout the whole film.
How do you
Joaquin
feel
Phoenix.
about theaters banning people in costumes?
I mean, like, there's, I don't know, like, then we should ban people going to sports events with their team
face paint?
Painted on. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a valid point.
The same thing. They're just going in costume because they like the character, or you wear a jersey because you like the team.
So Todd Phillips left to do the Joker. He left comedy, actually.
Yeah,
he
did
Hangover,
Hangover, yeah.
And he said this woke culture inspired the writing of this and caused him to get out of comedy. And he said there will be no more comedy movies that basically make a ton of money.
I think
because
comedy
of the
movies
culture.
have been in a sad state for the last decade. There's been a huge move.
He says it's over
towards
He got out
physical
of there.
comedy and improv comedy.
Because they have to be so careful about what they say because they're worried about offending and causing a... Yeah.
So that's why I'm glad we have Nate on here because how do you feel? When's the last time you enjoyed a comedy in the movie theater? Probably The Hangover was for me.
I'm looking
Nate, what's
forward
your-
to Zombieland.
What's your favorite comedy movie today? And what was your, if not different, what's your favorite comedy movie from when you were a child?
Favorite comedy was I think it was the Airplanes. I loved the Airplane movie. And just that silly slapstick,
Naked
like
Gun movies.
slapping the lady, like, and there's a line of people just slapping her. Get a hold of yourself. And then later on, I like Blazing Saddles and a lot of his Mel Brooks movies. But again, like those movies can't be made today. I think we've talked about that on previous episodes. But yeah, it's because it's so offensive. Like there's YouTube videos of kids watching like Seinfeld episodes of Seinfeld and reacting to it, and they're like, "Oh my god, like what? It's Seinfeld. It's unoffensive."
Well,
yeah.
I watched Blazing Saddles about a year or two ago just because of all this woke culture stuff, and I'm like, I got to rewatch this movie that's notorious, and I didn't think that it was that offensive. Yeah, it was mocking some of the racist tropes of the day.
Yeah.
It wasn't calling people bad things. It was just kind of making fun of this is how things used to be. So it's not like it's just throwing the N-word around right and left.
Yeah.
Call it to be mean, it was doing it to be funny, and the intent was to take the power away from people who would try to be mean. So.
Yeah. And in some areas, it still happens in this country.
Well, yeah,
some areas.
There's enough people in the world that you can find atrocities anywhere. You just got to look hard enough.
So,
and that's what comedy does. It brings out these subjects that we don't really want to discuss and brings to light how bad they are, but we can also still laugh at it.
You can also take the teeth out of them too.
Well,
instead of going and punching Nazis, we should just openly mock them and make them the butt of jokes, because then no one will want to be one because we're all laughing at them.
Well, I found another story that linked into his idea, this Todd Phillips, who did the Joker, that comedy is dying. Saturday Night Live has been in the news a lot recently, and you would think that their opening season this year would actually, their ratings have been
No
declining.
such thing as bad publicity, kid.
Well, they their opener was a drop of 30% of their already garbage ratings that they had. So on top of being crap, They dropped another 30%.
All the publicity that they've had lately has not made
Which means
me,
8 more people turned it off, Barry,
Yeah.
basically.
But it's not made me more curious to go and take a look at it and see what it is. It's just made me more resolute in my, I don't want to watch this show.
It doesn't matter what year it is. No one likes SNL the year it comes out. Everyone appreciates it 5, 10, 20, 30 years later.
I don't know about that.
I mean,
It
the
used to
funniest
be good.
sketch so far that they've done was the Curb Your Enthusiasm guy doing Bernie Sanders, but it was already
Really,
a
David?
proven concept.
Yeah.
Already a proven concept already that it's funny, and they brought it to SNL. And so it's like they have to find these proven concepts and then bring them to SNL in order to be funny instead of writing original funny stuff.
And
Uh,
not unlike us, having all that political stuff is just going to turn away a lot of people, because the when you watch the political stuff from the pre 9/11 era and the post 9/11 era, it feels more mean now, whereas before it used to felt a little more even, and it turns a lot of people away when the writers are not trying to go for a laugh but are trying to attack people.
Dana Carvey doing President Bush was a lot funnier than
Yeah.
Alec
Mhm.
Baldwin doing
Yes.
Donald Trump stuff.
Yeah,
it
because-
was a lot more lighthearted
Because
and
yeah,
funny
it
comedy.
didn't feel vitriolic and hateful, and
Yeah.
people who like President Bush would laugh at it.
Yes.
Whereas now
Right.
people who like Trump, it just makes them furious. So it's not helping to bring
So
anyone
there
together.
you go, SNL. You want to know where you're going wrong? Study Dana Carvey doing President Bush.
Not
Right.
gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
or-
No, not gonna do it.
or Phil Hartman doing Bill Clinton
Yeah.
was
Was excellent.
it was so successful that he started doing other shows as Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
I just saw a Dateline thing about his wife and the murder and stuff like that. So that season with him, that was probably the best season of SNL.
So I guess it's just too hard nowadays for people to write comedy, political comedy that isn't super one-sided. Like, I love watching Futurama, and especially the original first 4 seasons. They have a couple of more quasi-controversial episodes, but they approach, and if you listen to the commentary track, David X. Cohen talks about, you approach it as if both sides are right, and you don't just
But why just
come down
be
hard.
political all the time? There's other funny stuff in the world, but that's the problem. Everybody's doing political humor. Every talk show is doing that. Every late night talk show. Why not do something besides that? Because there's other things out there right now.
Because that's what gets the
Let's-
clicks. It's all clickbait. That's what this woke culture stuff is. It's all
Right.
people scrambling to get the most clicks.
All right. Nate, you ready for some sexercise? Speaking of everything else that's funny.
All right.
Sexercise. I'm in.
They analyzed 11 different sexual positions and to
Wait.
calculate I know, there's only 3.
11?
That's what I'm saying. There are
3, sir?
3.
Slow down.
Girl on top, doggy style, and normal. Those are the 3. But they're saying there's 11. And we're going to tell you the...
Well, I suppose
They're
there's
calculating.
pulling on the hair. There's
Is that
There's trying not to
pulling
wake her
weight?
up.
there's the no eye contact.
So they're saying this is a 30-minute session, so I don't know how many times
30 minutes.
they have sex during that session.
I don't think they know what sex is.
Sex is a commercial break, man.
Yeah.
Sex. What are you doing? All right. We got stick figures, so you can learn
Okay.
these positions here. Molly, I'm gonna need some camera here. This is from the Daily Mail UK here. The number 1 is standing, came out on top between 2 partners.
Hold on. That
343
only
calories
the
per-
green man is standing. The purple man person.
The purple stick.
I'm going to refer to them both as men because
Okay.
I can't tell which one's
Well, they're
which.
telling you for him it's 100 or
Yeah, the green.
198. And the girl,
Someone is carrying all the weight here.
yeah, I think
We don't all have
It
backs
still takes a
that can
lot.
handle that.
It still takes, energy.
So this
to do the
position,
other
you-
one.
you-
And a real
lose
woman has
190.
curves, so I'm just saying.
well, they're giving us stick figures.
It
to be
doesn't
nice.
matter. They're just positions.
Okay, that's-
Spooning is the least.
it's a little more practical. Well, yeah, they're both lying down.
Both lying down side to
Are
side.
they okay? Are they just spooning, or are they having intercourse whilst spooning?
intercourse while spooning.
All right.
All right. So
And I think anything, lying down is going to not burn as many calories.
wheelbarrow is the next. 316 calories.
There's no stick. Oh,
who
okay.
Hold on,
who
we got-
uses a wheelbarrow?
So
That's where
we
you
got
lift up the
pictures here,
legs.
Mal. We got squatting.
Oh, here we go. Okay, now
This
Pink's
is
got to
the
do some work.
Girl on top. Yes, the girl is.
Oh, I thought the
burning-
man was just hovering there. Limbo style.
It looks like the pink stick figure is going like through
Yep.
the green stick figure.
Here's the wheelbarrow.
Okay.
The girl is. Nate, you're familiar with the wheelbarrow, right?
I
Yes,
would have
that's
called that doggy style.
No, because he's holding her legs up.
Yeah.
He's not touching her legs.
Legs akimbo. That
Missionary.
Yeah,
Is
but her
there a
legs are higher
helicopter
up.
one?
Oh, so you're calling me the knee placement is what makes it a different position?
Yeah, that's kind of like missionary with a purpose. Legs akimbo.
Yeah.
Imagine the girl is only laying on her shoulder blades. Way up there. Lotus position. That is girl on top, but the guy has a back cramp.
And he's sitting.
He's sat up because he's got a back cramp. Oh, I've done that position before.
Ooh, guy in kitchen chair.
Yes. Like, oh, I got a cramp. But now, if
Sit up
you
my
ever-
back, babe.
Yep.
I can't do anything.
Sorry. Yeah. Just be like, we're doing Lotus. Make yourself sound cool. Here's doggy style, one of the three. 149 calories for the male, 111 for the partner. What does the girl have to do?
Well, everyone is moving.
I suppose.
Yeah.
No one's just sitting there. Everyone's being interactive.
Yeah, there's friction.
Here we go,
Yeah.
Mark. Now we're speaking your language. Missionary. The person on top is 148 calories, while the other person laying there is 51.
So a third of the
That
calories.
seems like
Yeah.
That's well. What if you're a power
3
bottom?
times the work.
that's true.
Well, then you're going to want to do legs akimbo.
If you're a power bottom, no.
I would have liked to be like the scientist, like doing this discovery on like, measuring every
Yep.
calorie lost.
Yeah.
and,
How do you measure the calories? Are you
I'm not-
weighing the people before and after, or
So girl on top is called cowgirl, and then they have
reverse
cowgirl.
Yeah, where she's facing away from you.
That's like at night compared to in the morning when both of your breasts stink,
Sure.
right?
You don't have mints at your bedside table.
No, I don't keep sugar in the bedroom.
I said mints. They don't have to be sugary.
Well,
You could have those breath strips where they dissolve immediately.
nah, reverse cowgirl. Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Missionary hip dips.
What's
Hip
that?
I
dips.
do not know. Hip
When I
dips.
dip, you dip, we dip.
Tilting your hips up and forward engages your core, strengthens your abs, which can burn a lot more calories, 102 compared to the 52. So
it's
it's
a little-
the girl working it.
So it's the power bottom.
It's the power. There you go. See, we can get all of these back basically to the 3 main.
Yeah, these are variants.
These are variants. Okay, missionary hip dips, missionary, reverse cowgirl, girl on top, cowgirl, girl on
Well,
top.
one more time. Go back to the cowgirl. Are the calories that different in reverse?
No, they're exactly the
137
same.
to 50, 137 to 50. Okay.
Yep. Okay, here's missionary. So, and doggy style. These are the 3. And let's just do Lotus is missionary sitting up.
Some of these seem very
Legs
impractical.
akimbo is missionaries with a purpose. Wheelbarrow is just doggy style with the legs up. Squatting, that's just missionary.
Well, that's just cowgirl.
Spooning is just doggy style.
It's just
Cow
you're
tip.
both
Yeah.
on the side.
Yeah, doggy
Yeah.
style cow tip.
Someone came over and pushed you mid coitus.
There. Okay, and standing is just standing missionary.
I don't like the idea of
Standing.
the one carrying all the weight.
Wow.
Like that's
Well, it's not that different. 198
well, now
to
it also now it
145.
depends entirely on the weight of the partner.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Because if
Like
you
moving
were
the-
trying to do
moving
that to
boxes at
me
work.
versus doing that to Molly,
You and I are gonna
I weigh
burn a lot more.
I weigh twice as much as Molly does. So yeah,
Yeah.
and not everybody's dating a Victoria's Secret model. So I know plenty of people where the woman is actually heavier than the man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that happens. Not these disgusting stick figures that reinforce stereotypes that everybody's skinny. I'm offended. We should cancel this.
I missed a comment earlier
Uh-oh.
from Derek again. I'm sorry, Derek. He says, when I hear the word Trump, I tune out. We get it. He's terrible to agree with Nate. Dig deeper to provide my laughs.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm sorry, that was a little bit
That's
more
Derek
political.
from Bedroom Radio.
Yeah.
Political stuff
now
can
doing
be
Oh, yeah,
low-hanging
sure,
fruit. Yeah.
But just to,
Yeah, I understand.
they're not funny.
A lot of people tune out.
I fully support freedom of speech. I also support freedom of I don't want to have to listen to you.
Yeah. So, of course.
You're allowed to say it, and I'm allowed to ignore you.
There you go. So we have this debate, Nate. What do you think? You guys can weigh in. We're gonna see. if we're
Alexa,
gonna
subscribe to Off the Rails with Tom and Mark.
Get... Thanks, Alexa. 10 weird things you can make your Echo do. The listeners are always listening. You can say, "Ask the listeners," and Alexa will start saying things like, "We are always listening," and
What?
continue speaking in a disturbing manner.
What?
With awkward pauses. You can continue having the conversation, but it just gets weirder. Alexa told me they watch over me while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
If there's a camera in your house, it is just assume it's watching you at all times. There are like if you have a webcam on your computer in your bedroom, don't make sure it's not pointed at the bed, because a hacker could get in there, take over the camera, and just film you having your
Legs
your
akimbo.
reverse cowgirl akimbo.
Everything is watching you nowadays.
Yeah, so just
from your
if it can,
smartwatch,
it is.
to your phones, to your computers, anything electronic.
Your Echo can sneeze if you tell it to.
So I guess if you have one of these things, do you need it in the bedroom?
You can have them all over. And
You can. That's true.
Up.
But I don't know. I guess I'm
can
a bit of a troglodyte or whatever.
Sure.
I look at this stuff like I don't know if I need this much convenience in my life. Can I say, Alexa, change the channel, or can I go through the agony of click, just pushing a button?
You could.
So I don't know.
But
You can also turn it to tell it to turn up the temperature.
yeah, you can get your
Thermostat.
whole house.
I don't. My thermostat is I just program it like I used to program VCRs. It's not that complicated, people.
Mark and I now have old houses. I'm on a radiant heat.
Oh, okay. I grew up with radiant heat.
Wow.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I have forced air in my ancient house.
We don't have air conditioning.
Do you also have a landline with a corded phone?
No.
Do you have indoor plumbing?
We got 2 bathrooms.
All right.
Put the shit in one later.
You finally made it.
Yeah. 2 bathrooms.
You,
There's
you have a fax machine? Yeah.
Built-in fax machine
I hate when
With
people fax me at work.
with an entertainment center that won't fit a TV.
Nate, what do you think? Should we get this Alexa? It can do Samuel L. Jackson's voice coming up here. Explicit.
If you want to have entertainment in the house, you might as well get it. If you don't want to listen to any music you want at any given time, then don't get it.
Oh,
Do you use voice command on other things right now?
no, the
Well-
closest we got is a Fire Stick where you can press the button and talk to it and make it do things.
My car has voice command, and it does not understand me.
Okay.
My voice is too monotonous. So I'll be like, play it, the
so let's
Offspring.
put you on a podcast.
And it won't play.
Yeah.
So,
Derek, I don't know how I'm
You-
supposed to pronounce that. He says when he lived in Pittsburgh, it was radiator?
Radiate.
RAHDEEAYTOR.
Radiator.
Radiator.
Yunt's got to talk clearly. That's a Pittsburgh thing. Bunch of Yuntzers.
Yunsers?
They
Oh,
say
you know.
Yunts.
Yunts. All right. So I think we're going to just break down and get it, especially because while we were moving, Molly found a bunch of gift cards from Christmas. So it's like we ran into a bunch of money.
What are you going to do with them?
We need something for music outside for when we have fires.
So you're going to take your Alexa outside?
Yeah.
We bought a Sonos system that we like, and IKEA makes Sonos compatible speakers that are like half the price.
You work for IKEA. You are just humping me to
IKEA's
get there.
awesome.
You're trying to get me to go there.
IKEA's great.
Go to IKEA.
Tom, okay, Nate. Tom keeps telling me that we need to have cooler, industrial-looking furniture. We need to have cooler lights. I need curtains and shit. And I'm like, go to IKEA. I've said that 100 times.
Yeah.
We were at the
Yeah,
podcast festival, and the floodlights they were using were from IKEA. And I'm like, Tom, if we need more lights, go to IKEA. And he,
They got everything.
He won't go.
Let's go.
It's like pulling teeth.
You guys need to go
They're
together.
the Swedish Walmart.
Yeah.
Derek spelled it out more. Radiator.
Radiator.
We got radiators. At our house.
Radiator.
They're noisy radiators. Growing up, I had the corner bedroom, so I had 2 walls that had radiators on them, and they had little plates in them, and they go ting, ting, ting as they heat up. So you'll just get used to that.
Well, great.
We don't have an
I got no choice now.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I run a fan all night, is to, as a child, to cover that noise.
We are legs akimbo, balls deep into this house.
And also, I have tinnitus or tinnitus, whatever it's pronounced. So
Tinnitus?
that's another reason why I have.
We don't have an IKEA in Boise, so go for me, okay?
I'll live stream.
Well,
from
you
IKEA.
can get on the Greyhound,
do it
and
for
2 days
Boise.
later, you can go to the IKEA in Oak Creek, Wisconsin.
There you go, Nate.
I'm sure there's room for your flat pack.
We got a
from
room for
IKEA.
you. Come hang out with us till your bus.
He's got a house. He's got outbuildings for you.
Yeah,
There's
got,
like a
Yay!
tiny house and a chicken coop, and
we got
Yeah,
another
Nate, you can
chicken
stay in
coop
the
and
chicken
a.
he has 4 structures. I only have 3. This is baloney. It's got more structures than me.
Damn right. All right, let's do a little bit of the speed rail. Uh-oh.
We've got Lee saying, just wear a shirt with IKEA on the front. Jedi mind trick, Tom, and it will happen.
All right. I don't know.
IKEA's fun. It's cool. You don't have to buy anything.
I had the
go.
excuse that they were new and I didn't like crowds, but now it's like 6 months ago.
Then you gotta try the meatballs when you're there too. The Swedish
that might
meatballs.
get me.
I like the veggie meatballs. They're surprisingly good.
They have meatballs at IKEA?
Oh, yeah. They're famous for that.
Really?
Didn't we have a story about
Yeah.
the jerk chicken?
Yeah, that they
Well, I
messed
know-
up the jerk chicken because it was rice and peas.
Oh.
Instead of wood peas is the name for beans in Jamaica.
I've never been to IKEA. I know Costco has like the good like hot dog deals and stuff.
Yeah.
But-
Inside in our IKEA, in the middle of it, there's a diner area where you can go and you can buy a plate of meatballs and gravy. At the one in Schaumburg, which is one we always went to before they built ours, it was a 3-story circular building, and in the middle, on the middle floor, with like bridges to it, like it was the mainframe, was where the cafe was.
You know, IKEA's going to have to start paying us soon.
They
yeah,
could just
we talk about them enough.
They could just throw us some discounts. I'd be happy with that. Give us a free light.
Well, I like even numbers of lights.
2 free lights.
There you go.
Lights are like tattoos. You've always got to have an even number.
Shit. I got 3. All right.
Derek says he went through an IKEA, picked stuff out, got to the checkout line, and left. I have a fear of commitment.
There you go. I don't like
line.
it because it's a goddamn lumber yard. Go home and build this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's cheaper because you're doing that. And you can get that flat pack stuff from Walmart or Meijer if you really want.
It's just a Swedish rip-off lumber yard.
That's
I've
all
never
particle
been there.
board.
All right.
Well, they
go
have
there.
the area. They have the show floor,
Okay.
and then they have the area with the knickknacks, and then they have the area that looks like a Menards.
Are you selling sponsorships on the side that I don't know about?
Hey, just saying, man. IKEA's great, and I'm glad that we have them in
I'm
Milwaukee
just
now.
saying it's Tom and Mark does his own thing. With
It's Tom and IKEA. It's IKEA and Mark off the rails. Brought to you by the Vroom Vroom bookshelf.
All right, we're doing a speed rail here. Al Franken is going down sexual harassment and groping charges. Gosh darn
So
it! I thought the
it's
girls
back to
liked
going
it.
back.
Yeah, he's
It's back to going back down.
Yep.
You know, like because before he was okay. He was bad. It was bad for him. Then he's okay. Now he's back to bad.
Now it's back to bad.
Okay, universe, it's a bad idea to grope women,
Yeah.
especially when they're
Al
unconscious.
Franken is touching you. All
Because
right.
he's good enough, he's smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like him.
Yes. R. Kelly is upset because he can't see his 2 girlfriends in jail.
Well,
Aw.
they're probably too young to be there without their moms.
You got it. You got it. All right. That was the joke
Hey.
there. Mark's on top of it. I didn't think you were going to do that. I even wrote T-balling set up for the joke here. And Mark smashed it out of the park there.
Softball right down the middle.
He's on his game. Get him talking about IKEA. We got a podcast host
Makes
here.
my motor go.
Yeah.
I do hear they like golden showers in prison, so he's in the right place.
Yes, he is. All right. Florida deputy is placed on leave when a homeless girl said she gave him a blowjob, but he claims all he did was watch her masturbate in a tent.
They're both unacceptable.
There you go.
Well, I
That's
suppose.
very Florida.
Did someone say there's a disturbance in that tent, officer? You need to go in there, and lo and behold, she's masturbating. Or was this some sort of an agreement they made? Hey, you can watch me do my thing.
I think if you almost got to start believing the homeless girl in this situation, it's like, she didn't give me head. I only watched her masturbate in their tent. Like,
well, was the deal for head, and all he got to do was watch?
I don't know what's going on there.
Basically, I firmly believe all cops should have body cams that are running all the time.
Multiple.
Yeah.
With
360 degrees.
Flying around them.
With audio. Yeah. And a drone that just trails them from up above.
There you go.
That's the only way we can solve any corrupt police officer problem is complete
You know how many
surveillance.
cameras there are at my work at a gas station? There are at every different angle of the store and videotaped 24/7. So why can't cops and other officials have the same thing?
Yeah. We'll get them all a GoPro. A little 360. We'll put it on top of their hat so it'll be a little goofy, little pinwheel looking thing. And we'll get him a drone for $200, and we'll just have it just programmed to just follow him at 50 feet in the air or whatever.
Lee says, because that makes it better. Jesus.
Well, then we'll know exactly what happened when the cops do something bad.
Oh.
When the cop goes into the tent, we have footage of him walking into the tent. We have the video. If this video goes blank for 5 minutes, we know he was up to no good. He's got to go.
There you go.
We can fall back on the drone footage. We know where he was when the thing went out. It's very damning.
Yeah. All right. Scurvy is on the rise due to bad eating habits and beige diet.
More
Not enough
limes.
limes, yeah.
Yeah. Well, any citrus will do.
Pine needles are surprisingly full of vitamin C.
You
They have
eat
people
pine
dying.
needles?
You boil them in water like a tea.
That
Okay.
sounds too
And
much
it's
like gin.
all-
Ugh.
I'd rather just have orange juice.
Well, if you're dying of scurvy and you're next
Than
to a
have
pine tree.
Sol tea.
Well, I only learned that because they said a lot of these pirates would die from scurvy
Yes.
next to like
Pine tree.
trees, juniper trees,
Oh, okay.
and shit. And it was like, you could have just
Ate some of
chewed
that.
on that.
It never would have occurred to me to consume pine needles.
There you go. But
So.
it's just one of those things like watching someone die right next to the cure. Like, oh, that's sad.
You fucking idiot.
You died right next to all that vitamin C, dude. All you had to do was put it in water and drink it.
Nate, what's your favorite citrus?
Oh, it's got to be the orange. Come on, man.
I like orange juice.
What about the grapefruit?
Oh, fuck the grapefruit.
The grapefruit is the unsung hero. You can put a pile of sugar on that bad boy. Oh, now we're talking.
An orange is a grapefruit with the pile of sugar already in it.
Yeah.
Grapefruit's bigger. That's a meal. A grapefruit is a meal.
Yeah, but a grapefruit.
I also like apple juice. I don't know if that's citrus
That
or
is
not,
not
but I like
citrus.
apple.
No.
Citrus would be lime, lemon, orange, all the various sub-variants of orange and grapefruit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
I like
can-
Sprite. Is that a citrus?
Yeah.
And yeah, that is a lemon lime. Yeah.
There you
There
Does
go.
it have actual citrus in it, though?
Enough to qualify.
Mark, is this citrus? The hottest new drug in New York City is toad venom.
Toad venom. Ooh.
Illegal Argentinian toad
hold-
venom.
I've never heard of like their skin is venomous.
Yeah, they got little
like you
sacs.
lick them, so you're licking the toads.
Yeah, but they extract it and put it on shit.
That's the
Oh,
biggest
okay.
thing that people have been getting sick from in that Naked and Afraid show
I
because they
think-
catch a toad and eat it in the venom sacs.
fewer
They get
people
poisoned.
will get high on this if they have to lick it off the toad.
Well, here's the thing. They call it a complete transfusion with God, and it cures anxiety, depression, and it's been known to cause one-time use healthy lifestyle changes.
Wait, so
Okay.
it's good
That's
for
a
people?
side effect. Is
Okay.
a person will be depressed and an alcoholic, and they'll just eat this toad venom one time and really say, "I'm gonna fix my life. I'm gonna
They realize they've hit rock bottom as they're licking a toad.
How do we get a hold of some of this? Which toad is this from?
Well, you mentioned the commune with God part. I know there's like that part of the brain that scientists can activate to make you have a religious experience.
Yep.
And I could see how that could help someone turn their life around.
Nate's going to his
Go into
pet
his
toad.
cabinet of toads.
I'm trying to find a toad right now.
I know there
I'm gonna
was one
start
here.
licking them all.
Damn it, he's dead.
Actually, my battery's about to die, and so I'm grabbing a phone charger
Oh, okay.
And also licking a toad too.
All right.
That's
Who's
what I'm
that
also-
person behind that door?
There's nobody. Ah! Ah!
Forever 21 is declaring bankruptcy, so Molly, it's probably going to be a sale.
I have never shopped at Forever 21.
Susan used to work at Bayshore Mall. She was an ambassador, which is like their para security force, and she would have to stand outside Forever 21. And they had a rule in Forever 21 that if someone shoplifted, we're not going to prosecute. So they could shoplift and no one would stop them.
What?
So people were just walking out of Forever 21 with stuff. So it's no surprise to me at all that they are going out of business.
Wow.
Zero shoplifting enforcement.
Because, dude, we had children make those 4 nickel-cent
That
tank tops.
should cost a penny.
Yeah.
And then it's not worth the bad PR of prosecuting a dozen 16-year-old girls who were running out the door with T-shirts and panties.
Ooh.
All right, the McRib is back.
Good and proud
Yeah.
to be an American.
Damn right. I got to tell you, when
I forgot which comic said it, but there's a comic that has a joke about why did it go away in the first place. That we don't know that.
Oh, they said McDonald's wants you to miss it.
Yeah, why does
psychology.
Disney put movies in the vault?
Yeah.
They're jacking up demand by controlling the supply.
Yep. When I worked at McDonald's, goddamn, 20 years ago now, the McRib was great because at the beginning of the day, you pour the same gravy that you use for barbecue sauce in, but throughout the day, you just keep putting McRibs in there and taking them out and adding a little more gravy. So all this pork juice just turned it into this new monster of barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And that barbecue sauce you eat with your chicken nuggets. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mouth's watering thinking about it.
So it's like the Renaissance Fair. You have to get the mushrooms
Yeah.
at the end of the day. You
That's
gotta
like
get the McRib.
slow cooker stuff.
at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like in and out all day are these like juicy McRibs going in and out of the barbecue sauce, just creating a whole new pork juice barbecue sauce that was so good.
Nice.
The Oregon Trail nail bandit has been caught. This is a dude who would just go around to busy streets and throw nails on the road.
What?
Oh,
Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah.
that's just a
That's
shitty thing to do.
Yeah, because flat tires are a pain in the ass.
Yep. But he's
And
caught.
I hate to sound like an old man, but when I worked at the pizza restaurant, like a couple of times, the drivers would have flat tires. These were kids, my age or younger, and they wouldn't know how to jack up their
Change.
car and change a tire.
Oh yeah.
So if you do that to somebody, you might be stranding them for the day, or having them pay out the nose to have some other person come here and
Yeah, we got
change their
AAA.
tire.
Triple it.
I mean, whatever happened to just TPing houses and throwing dog poops in bags and lighting
Yeah.
it on fire?
This
those
guy was an old
type of-
man. This wasn't a young man. This was an older guy. I
An
don't
older
have the-
prankster?
Yeah. No, he was doing it for a message, but
What's his message?
I-
Cars are bad.
this is a speed rail.
I
Slow-
hate
slow down.
convenient transportation.
Slow down your cars.
I'm curious why he was called a bandit if he wasn't actually stealing anything.
Is it an
If he was
environmental
just-
thing? Because he's going to get the Teslas and the electric cars just the same as he gets the carbon spewing cars.
I don't
So that's like shooting a shotgun blast, and you're killing the good chickens and the bad chickens.
I think he was just in a neighborhood where cars speed, and he wanted them to slow down.
I think we should ask more questions.
Well, that people
about
can't
this.
see nails in the road. It's not going to
Stop
make them
kidding.
slow down.
This is a speed rail. I can't answer any of your questions. This
Ah.
is built to move.
All right.
All right. This is why we don't talk
And
a lot about
furthermore-
this. Furthermore, this is why the nail bandit's a dick. Americans, on average, paid more in taxes last year than they paid for food, clothing, healthcare, electricity, and telephone services combined.
Yes.
That
The
is
phrase
true.
I heard is that if you paid all of your taxes first before you bought anything else, you wouldn't make a penny until April.
Yeah, that's insane.
Wow.
So, Sesame Street is moving.
I love Sesame Street.
Well, it's moving to HBO Max.
Yeah, HBO bought or became a partner with Sesame Street a couple years ago.
So we're going to see a way different Bert and Ernie.
No, we had for Game of Thrones, we had
HBO.
HBO Go.
At least Nate's laughing at one of my.
And they had a ton of the new Sesame Street on HBO Go.
Wasn't Sesame Street created to supplement education for low-income families by being on free TV?
Yeah, that was Jim Henson's kind of idea.
So now we're putting it on HBO Max?
Because, well, you act like that's the porn channel.
Well, no, I'm saying you have to pay for
It's
it.
not Skinamax.
Yeah, you got to pay for it now.
Basically,
Instead of being free.
No one was willing to give Sesame Street money, and it was going to be shut down. There was going to be no more Sesame Street until HBO swooped in and said, "We got you." And HBO's basically been footing the bills for Sesame Street and also airing it simultaneously. And I think they had hour-long versions, whereas PBS had half-hour-long versions. So you had expanded versions, which is great when you have a kid and you can know this is an hour-long thing or a half-hour-long thing. Changes how you're going to organize your day completely. So.
All right.
So I thank HBO for keeping Sesame Street.
Is HBO going to be making it affordable though? Like, discounted have that Sesame Street.
It's probably still going to be on broadcast on PBS. So.
I don't know about that.
All right, well.
I don't know.
Either way, I'd rather there be Sesame Street than no Sesame Street.
Okay. Well, here's the dick move of the week. Goes to Disney. They are banning Netflix advertising from all of its entertainment network.
That's fair.
That's fair?
Well,
they don't want to advertise for the competitor.
We can turn advertisers away if we wanted to.
Yeah.
We won't because we're prostitutes, but we could.
Yeah. I just think it's funny that now we won't let you advertise anymore.
Well, Disney wants to be
ESPN,
the biggest streaming service when they launch next month.
Mm-hmm.
On day one, they want to be the power hitter of the industry.
They were pre-selling
we bought that
subscriptions.
We bought
you
that.
had to do it by a certain time, otherwise you're.
Yep. You had to sign up for the D23 club, and then once you were in the D23 club, you could then do this pre-sale deal.
You had to sign up blind, basically. You have no idea what this network's going to be, if it's going to be any good.
And they have my money.
And you're stuck for 3 years.
Yeah.
That was your wife's move.
We saved money. No, she didn't want to do it. I was talking her into it.
At work, she was like, I don't know.
It's a foregone conclusion. She's going to buy the service the day it launches. So regardless, we were going to be doing it for a year before anything happened, before she decided to change her mind. I'm like, you're not going to change your mind. You're going to love it. We're going to be able to watch all the Pixar movies with our kids all the time.
Kids, wait a minute here.
We always
you got some plans?
We've always planned on having multiple children.
Okay.
If you're having one, you may as well have another right away. What I don't understand is when people have one kid and then when that kid's 16, then they have another. Okay. Why would you do that? Why would you reset the clock after 16 years? But after 2 or 3 years,
you want to give them a sibling to grow up with.
And once that first one's old enough to watch the others, everything is so much easier anyway.
There you go, Mark. You got it all.
So once
out.
Helen is like 6 or 7, yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
You know what's easier than that? Not having kids.
Boom.
You know, to each their own. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm really saying this is what I want to do, and you do your thing, guy.
Yep. Hey, Nate, where can we see you coming up
hold
here?
On.
Uh-oh.
Lee says, disclaimer before Sesame Street. The following program you thought was wholesome is now on HBO. Viewer discretion is advised. Good move on Disney's part.
Yes.
Did we talk about that thing with Frank Oz, the voice of Bert and Yoda? And he got into a Twitter spat with a guy who said, I always interpreted Bert and Ernie as being gay. And then Frank Oz said, well, no, the point of that was it was two people who don't get along learning to get along and coexist with each other. And this guy that he was debating, like, no, they're gay, and you're being a hateful person for not letting me say they're gay. And Frank Oz is like, you're missing the point. The point is to not be a dick to people you disagree with. And this guy just kept railing on him. And Frank Oz is a little old man now. There's a reason you don't see a whole lot of Ernie anymore.
Okay.
So, no, he was Bert.
Yeah.
Now you just see Ernie if you're watching Sesame Street. Bert doesn't show up much unless
don't really
catch
a lot of Sesame Street there,
Mark.
I
watch a lot of Sesame Street.
And you go to a lot of IKEAs.
And if you see Bert, he's probably in claymation form, or he's archive footage of old skits, because they recycle a lot of stuff in Sesame Street. You're watching HD Elmo, and they cut to a shot of a kid dressed in 80s fashion in standard definition counting. Yeah, that's stock footage.
Okay.
You didn't fool me, Sesame Street.
You ain't getting one by this guy, dude. Yeah. As soon as he talks like
I wasn't born yesterday. My kid maybe, but not me.
So. Excellent. All right, Nate, where can we find you? You went and did your own comedy show the same time we're doing a comedy show.
What the fuck?
I know. It wasn't me. I didn't set it up.
Okay.
I was just booked into it. Not as exciting as your show coming up this Saturday, October 12th.
Oh, don't sell yourself short there, Nate.
But I will be in Ontario, Oregon, at Bartenders, Boots, and Buckles.
Which I
That's
say
the name of the venue.
is the best Ontario in America.
And then also Friday, October 25th, I'll be in Nampa at the Crescent Brewery. It's fantastic beers and fantastic comedy. Then November 28th through December 1st, I am going to be at Liquid Laughs downtown Boise, the comedy club here in town.
Cool.
And I also forgot, I just got booked in Twin Falls Sunday, October 27th in Twin Falls, Idaho. Twin Falls is known for the Snake River, where Evel Knievel missed his jump.
Ah.
Ooh,
And Nate's a busy guy.
yeah.
He is.
Suddenly, I feel like we're not doing much.
All our Bert Murray and IKEA talking here. We got a national touring comedian. All right, Mark.
Oh, my bit. Yep.
This is your part. Little bit. Go check out our comedy night. It is coming up next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. Go to our Patreon.
It's a fantastic show. Great comedians, great hosts, great venue. You guys are stupid not getting tickets
And
right
you're
now.
supporting a non-for-profit charity.
And we're giving all of the money that we use to pay the comedians away if you use our Patreon link.
Yeah.
So
It's a great deal. Half off on your VIP tickets.
I'm not advertising that on our webpage. You have to listen to the show to know
Ooh,
that
that's a
secret.
good move. That's like the teacher saying this will be a test on the day they know half the class isn't there.
Yeah.
Or this will be on the test on the
Yep.
the day everyone doesn't come to school.
Yep.
Like the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Sorry.
Go ahead, Mark.
Side rail. We are off the rails. He is Tom. I am Mark. She is Molly. He is Nate. We are on Twitter,
Yeah!
Facebook, and Instagram, and even our website, key phrase off the rails TM. Email us fun stories, or you want to book someone, or you want to be on the show, email us off the rails TM@gmail.com. This podcast is available on SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening to it right now. We're there too. So see our website for more details.
All right, and thank you very much, Nate.
Thank you. Go back home
All right.
tomorrow.
And remember, universe, we're not good enough.
Thanks for tuning in, universe.